Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I truly appreciate all of them. I really do. Thank you to the emails that you send me as well. I try and read as many as possible. I don't always get back to you guys, but know that I do read your emails. I wanted to tap straight into this reading because last night in the astral, somebody was initiated, somebody was given like insight and wisdom, and it was something that I think a family member was trying to take away, like a specific family member was trying to take away, and they thought that they had their hands on some sort of light contract, but you'd already gained the things that you needed from a guardian, from a protector, and from yourself, and assimilated that into yourself, so that that contract could be ripped up. Now, I want to show you how much I've written. I'm sorry that my handwriting is so crusty at the moment. It's just the way it is. But there were four pills, and I'm not encouraging people to go out and just start taking any random pills that you find. But in this dream download, I saw someone. They took these 4 pills and they were hovering in front of them, and they consumed them, and they were told afterwards that one was a butterfly for, and this is for transformation and soul awakening, embracing change, shedding old layers, allowing the soul to ascend. And then we had the Ladybird pill, which was aligning with trust, safety, and grace. And then the dragon pill, which is ancient wisdom and power. The 4th one is a mystery. It's like a future self, or an unlocked path that hasn't actually come to be just yet, but will in divine timing. Now, I wanted to read a little bit into this just to see what messages Spirit has for you, or what messages your guides have for you, because I feel like there seems to have been this energy of not so much testing you to see whether or not the things that you have now consumed and you have integrated within yourself, it's not a test to see whether or not you would fail. It's more to do with knowing that you had the strength to prevail. And this is why this family member was entering your dream state and trying to get you to give them something, because they're looking at you like you are someone from the past. You're not who you were 5 years ago, 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago. And I think these are light codes. These pills are light codes. They're light activation codes. And something massive happened last night. So let's have a look where we want to go. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Let me go over here. So we have here the butterfly pill, transformation and soul awakening. That was the first one. Embracing change, shedding layers, and allowing the soul to ascend. And the mantra that came to me was, I am ready to evolve. So let's see. Wow, wow, wow. So we have the Hanged Man coming out straight away, throwing itself out, and you have the Sun. So this may be something that you didn't see, or this may be something that someone was trying to stop you from doing. They wanted you to not see that you have the light within yourself. We also have strength coming out. I was expecting strength to come out here with transformation and soul awakening. There may have been a lot of obstacles on your path to growth, be that trauma, be that relationships, be it familial, because this is not just one person who has been trying to delay something for you. I feel like this may have been a wound that they created a long time ago that has been healed, that literally has been healed. Tell me more about the Hanged Man. Oh, coming out straight away. 1 second. Tell me about the Hanged Man to the Sun card, please. Wow, they are really coming out fast. Like Spirit has a lot to tell you. I heard before we run out of time. That's interesting. So we have here the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Wands. It's because you invested in the hard work. You've done things that maybe were very uncomfortable. And when I say that, I'm talking about healing. I'm talking about cutting off certain people because they weren't for your highest and greatest good. It could be leaving that job and going to a new one. It's all to do with sacrifice and how we sacrifice for the greater good. Those things can be really, really demanding and really burdensome on ourselves. The Ace of Pentacles talks about investments. You know, what are we going to plant in that seed? Is it hope? Is it despair? Is it going to be something that's going to grow and make our garden bountiful, or is it going to make our garden wither? We also have here the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is about struggle, and as everyone knows, if you've been following this channel, it's my favorite card. Not because I'm a sucker for pain, but because if you go through that struggle, whatever it is that you are learning within that, you never have to go through that again. You come out the other side and you're able to rest. You see this dude here has this big heavy load on his back, but he's following a path really diligently. He has faith, and he knows that when he gets to the town, when he gets there, one of those homes is his. He gets to put that down, and then he goes into the major arcana. You know, then he becomes a knight, a king, a queen, and he doesn't have to carry that burden again. And I feel like the reason why you're being shown the butterfly pill, or the reason why, even if you don't remember your dreams, you may have consumed the butterfly pill, is because you were transforming all of these obstacles that people may have put on your path purposefully. I don't think they realize that by putting them on your path, they were actually aiding you in transformation, in your soul awakening. Because I'm hearing that you're like no other. There's something about the way that you transmute energy or alchemize energy, the way that you heal, the way that you work through stresses or pain or tragedy. And it's not saying that like you are Jesus and you walk on water, but I heard from the dark. So I don't know if in a past lifetime you had more dark shadow, or maybe you came from like something very, very traumatic. You could have a witch wound, for example. You know, not everyone has. But it's something where it's not about being comfortable in the darkness or comfortable in the pain, but knowing that it's necessary to heal. The same as like if you hurt your leg and you have to go to physio, it's going to hurt a little bit while you are healing, right? Let me pop these ones over here. Because the spiritual integration for this would be a conscious merging of freedom, lightness, and healing from past emotional pain. So tell me about the 10 of Wands, please. Thank you. Came out straight away. High Priestess. The High Priest, the High Priestess is coming out. And you've also got the Knight of Pentacles coming out. And then you've got Death underneath. I feel like you may have had to... someone here has had to think on their feet quite a lot, or had to really trust their intuition at certain times, especially in times of darkness. And I don't know if this is something that you're going through right now, because when I was experiencing this dream download and I was watching this as a third person, I saw the person eat all of the pills at the same time. So all the different pills that were there. But for you, this could be a phase. It could be that you have been, you know, healing through past emotional pain, and you've eaten that butterfly pill. You've already become the High Priest, the High Priestess. For others, it may be that they had two. So you may have had the butterfly pill and then the Ladybird pill, or you could have had them all at the same time. There's definitely initiation that started here though, with soul awakening and transformation. It seems also that someone currently may be trying to stop you from receiving some sort of gift. We have a Queen of Cups coming out here and a 10 of Pentacles. So this is a family member. Somebody doesn't want you to gain something here, because they may be gaining really negative judgment for something that they did. I heard lowballing. They may have lowballed someone here, or low-hanging fruit. There's something about low-hanging fruit that this person... I feel like this person does the bare minimum. I don't really want to talk about them too much. I want to talk more about you, but I will play it by ear. So the Queen of Cups coming out here with the Ace of Pentacles. This person may want you to invest in them again. They may be, especially if each of these pills that have been ingested spiritually, these could have been phases of your life. You have to take it as it resonates. 10 of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Wands is beautiful, because this is more or less stating that the struggles that you've gone through have not been, they haven't gone unnoticed. Spirit has your back. Spirit knows that you've been through quite a lot, and that you've continued to carry the weight of the world at times on your back. I don't know if people come to you with a lot of problems. Maybe when you were younger they did. This person, there is a specific person here who may have been trying to mess with finances. And even through those things, there's something here about just continuing to know that you are on your destined path. Okay, you've got the King of Swords coming out to death. So I feel like the message here is letting you know not to fear anything, especially when it comes to courts, when it comes to the law, when it comes to illegal ongoings, because Spirit has your back. This fact that we have death coming out, and death is coming out, letting us know there's an end to something here. There's an end to some sort of effery. You have the King of Swords coming out. You also have the Queen of Swords, okay? Someone here is reclaiming their power, reclaiming their sovereign power. I want to move on to the next phase and just see what might to come out for that one. Oh, you want me to take the red one? So the Ladybird pill was also there. And I remember reading in my head, it was the butterfly, the ladybird, the dragon, and then mystery. There's a mystery fourth pill. Okay. So I wrote down that the Ladybird pill, it was aligning with trust, safety, and grace. And the mantra that came to me, or the affirmation that came to me, is I accept protection and abundance into my being. Okay. And look at that. The first one we have here is the Six of Pentacles. So this is talking about being gifted. When did this happen? What is this? You've got the Nine of Swords here. Death has come out twice. There's an ending coming. There's an ending coming in for someone. Now remember, my readings are they're timeless, so I can be picking up on past, present, or future energy. Sometimes a mishmash of all three. So take what resonates, don't claim what doesn't, and leave that for someone else, because it will resonate for someone else, right? And know that anything that comes up in the areas of law, finance, mental health, or physical health, I am not qualified in those areas. I can give you the messages from Spirit, but you have to use your discernment, especially if it does resonate, and go and speak to a professional who's qualified in that area before taking any advice from me or from Spirit, okay? Now, the first card that came out was the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles talks about support. It talks about generosity, charity, helping others. Almost like it says on here, look, balancing out. I heard balancing out a legal issue, balancing out something here. I keep looking over here because I've got my notepad there, and I wrote down so much. I've been ferociously writing all this morning. I accept protection and abundance into my being. So someone may be coming in to help you here. I feel like, do you know what I'm realizing is that each of these pills, or these codes, these light codes, they are different portions of someone's life here. But because you've more or less passed the test on each area that you were supposed to learn and heal and grow within, you're being given all of these light codes, or you've been given these light codes all at the same time. Here you go, boom. That's for you. And we need to figure out why we need them, because as much as they have been activated, and I feel like whoever this family member is, for some this may have happened in the past, but I feel like there is going to be someone that may come forward that is going to try and test you, test your energy, test your time, test your, you know, whether or not you're going to get frustrated, whether or not you're going to act out. Now we have the Nine of Swords coming out here. The Nine of Swords is about worry, I'm going to say confusion, but it's worry and stress more than anything else. It's anxiety, it's woe is me. It's very much being up in the noggin. We have the Death card coming out. This is the second time I've seen the Death card in a different deck. Now, we can take this literally, as in someone is passing away, or we can take it as the energy of something really coming to an end for good. And I think that when we look at that Ladybird code or pill, aligning with trust, safety, and grace, I accept protection and abundance into my being. Why is this giving me like an offer or an inheritance or a will reading or something along those lines? It's like something's going to be given to you, and the more that you use this affirmation, and listen, I am just letting the messages flow through. I have no idea what I'm going to say as I'm saying them, but the more that you use this affirmation, that there's something about it becoming very rigid and formed in the 3D. So spiritual integration for the Ladybird pill or code is merging with a childlike purity, optimism, and sacred feminine energy, inviting peace and joy into your core. Now we have the Lovers coming out in reverse. So the Lovers in reverse does not always denote an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whoever, he, she, they. It can also denote, especially in reverse, an imbalance between our yin and our yang, our feminine, our masculine. And what does it say over here for the spiritual integration? It says merging with a childlike purity, optimism, and sacred feminine energy. So this here, the way that we use the energy that's been given to us, the way that we use these vibrations is by really tapping into your divine feminine, into your intuition, into your creativity, into how you navigate the years of gone by, that have gone by, looking at childhood era, teenage era, because I feel like someone's been doing this. Peace and joy into your core. Why does that keep giving me the sacral? It's the sacral. Tell me about the sacral, please. What do we need to know about the sacral? I keep looking at the word death. Why do I keep looking at the word death? And look what comes out when I was saying looking back. We've got the Six of Cups coming out, which is all about nostalgia. It's about childhood, making memories or thinking of old memories. Okay, so something's going to be gifted to you, and it may come to you 6 and 6. I just realised there's 2 6s there. Why? What's going to be given from the past? Oh, this is like activating past memories, shadow memories, repressed memories, memories from past lives maybe. 10 of Pentacles is coming out here in reverse. Okay, so we do have the energy here with the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That's, I feel like there may have been energies in the past that were pushing towards you to make you kind of chase money, or to worship money, or to worry about money. I don't feel like that is the case now. You have the 9 of Wands here. Someone set very healthy boundaries or put up very good protection wards, and was very clear with this. You may have been very clear with a specific family member over how you felt growing up, because I'm looking again at that Ladybird pill / code, which talks about merging with a childlike purity. Childlike, there's something about childhood, having conversations. What is that sound? I was like, what is that sound? It's my flipping candles. 1 second, because you're going out. Oh goodness. There seems to be a connection here between some sort of insight that came to someone here about their childhood. I don't know if you wanted to have a conversation with a caregiver, with a parent, with a peer, an older sibling, whatever that may be, and they shut you down, or they didn't want to have the talk, or they may have passed on and you can't have the conversation the way that you needed to. But there is this energy of having very clear and very healthy boundaries with someone here. And part of doing so is helping to heal some sort of abundance rift. Because again, Ladybird pill is I accept protection and abundance into my being. Anything else on this? 2 more cards, please, would be wonderful. Okay. Wow, we've got 3. But then you've got the Emperor coming out. And we have the King of Swords also coming out. I'm not going to take the other card that fell because I've just got too many otherwise. And we have the King of Swords. Now, the Emperor is talking about a business. It's a business deal. I don't know if this is an actual person as much as it could be an offer of some sort. There's someone here. Yeah, I said offer and it opens to Magician. Now, I'm looking at the cards that I've placed down beforehand for the butterfly pill or butterfly code. And we have the Queen of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Death, and we have the Emperor as well. This is letting me know that there is something is going on with this Queen of Cups. I don't feel like this person respects boundaries, or this person ignores certain boundaries. It's like, let's talk about our feelings, and they're like, I can't do that. I'll buy you something, or pretend that have a massive argument and the next day pretend that didn't happen. That's the energy that I'm getting here from this Queen of Cups, because there's gaslighty energy coming through. The Queen of Cups being in reverse is somebody who does not have very balanced emotions, or they don't know how to connect with their emotions. They may be stunted in that area. They may, I heard for someone, and please don't come at me when I say this, because this is the message that come through. Maybe they are autistic. Now, please don't come at me, because I'm not stating that every single person that is autistic or on the autistic's, I can't speak, or on the spectrum is devoid of emotions, and I know that's not true. I know that is not true in any way, shape or form, but that is the message that came through, and that will hit true for someone here. Okay, so if that message is causing resistance, it's not for you. Don't take it. Tell me about the Emperor though, because the Emperor next to the King of Swords, this is like they want to rectify something here, but you're being told that you've already rectified it within yourself, or you've already healed something within yourself. This is why you were given that code in the first place, because you have already found that power within. You've already found the protection and abundance. You found the door to open for protection and abundance to come through. And I think that if your parents or caregivers or whoever it is that this family member is for you had a very skewed perception when it came to their relationship, where's my drink, their relationship to money, and whether or not abundance is, you know, limited or unlimited. Let's say if they had any prejudice about different classes, so on and so forth. This is something that may have been given to you as an unknowing gift, and this was healed. This has been healed in someone here. Total glow up is what I heard. Total glow up. The King of Swords is doing things by the book. Someone here has been doing things by the book, especially when it comes to how you heal that portion of yourself, the parts that are uncomfortable, like we said in the first part of this reading. Now I want to get one more deck out, or two more decks. Not this one, this one. One or two. You want to take this one? Okay. So for the dragon pill, so for the dragon code, which is looking at ancient wisdom and power. So this is the guide. This is somebody who was guiding you, because when I watched whoever it was, because I don't know who they were, but whoever it was in the collective that was eating these pills, I knew when they swallowed them that the dragon was not a threat. The dragon was like protection and also a guardian. And each of these like pills, they didn't actually look like a butterfly. They did not look like a ladybird or a dragon or anything like that. They literally just looked like flat little pills. And I can't remember if they were vaguely like a yellow and burgundy. They looked like little tiny sweets, like candies. They were really, really small. But I intuitively knew that each one of them held the vibrations of butterfly, of ladybird, of dragon, and then the unknown. But the dragon one was the most grand in energy, and what I was able to kind of pull from the divine was that taking this pill was a full embodiment of spiritual strength, personal power, and it could also be seen as like you merging with your higher self, or merging with like a guide. So it could be you actually merging with this dragon. And you know, if you're watching this and it's not something, you don't really, you know, kick it with dragons, it could be an angel, it could be one of your guardian angels. This energy is very protective and very nurturing, but there is like this hardness to this energy, very stern. It's giving the energy of like, imagine if you had Ra as your dad, like the sun god, or Sekhmet or something like that. Let's just pretend that we're in another you know, an alternate dimension, alternate universe, where you are the son or daughter of one of the Egyptian gods, and you're having to go to high school and all the rest of it, and you still have the same relationship you would have if you had one with, you know, with a parent or whatever. this person is coming forward as like a parent, but they're coming forward in a way that is very stern, they're very strict, but they love the absolute butt off of you. They love you, they absolutely love you, and they will do anything to protect you. That's what I'm getting here. So tell me about this dragon with the personal power. We had the Two of Pentacles. I feel like there's a transition that's happening here. So it may take time for something to kind of like click into place. And I've just realized, oh my goodness, I did a reading not too long ago, and I can't remember what I called it, but it was talking about like how ideas are sentient. My understanding, it's not fact, this is just my understanding, that the ideas are sentient. They are given to you by God, or they're given to you by the universe. And this is the reason why you can have a really good idea, let's say for an app. You want to create an app that helps starving children across the world. And you think about this app and you think about how it would look and how it would actually fit on the phone. What would the connections be? And then you sit on it and life goes by and you just don't do anything with it and you forget. And then a year later, 2 years, 5 years later, someone on the other side of the world comes out with that app. They come out with the exact same app, same color, same kind of composition, same connections and links and this and that. And you're like, how is that even possible? Coincidences don't happen. It's because that idea was gifted to you because you were seen by God, by Vishnu, by whoever you see as the oneness of all, as the best possible vessel to birth it. And you sat on it. You sat on it. So it went to the next best viable vessel, which was that dude on the other side of the world. Now, I know I'm rambling on here, but it's because that reading that I did was talking about how when that idea comes to you, don't sit on it. Actionably take the bull by the horns and start creatively, actively being part of the life that is being paved for you around whatever that idea is. And I'm not saying that you should, you know, quit your job, stop speaking to this person, whatever, because this is coming in. But you asked for something and it's coming in, and it's coming in the form of a guardian that is going to give you this divine knowledge. And I feel like the seed's already been planted. The seed's been planted. You have it within you now because you were swallowing those pills just like, no, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And it's wisdom and power. Wisdom and power. And it's the guide, the power. Taking the pill is full embodiment of spiritual strength, personal power, and higher self. So you are actually connecting with your higher self. This is almost like being given a direct line to your soul's essence. So whatever this idea is that's going to come in for you, it's already here. It's just formulating in the background, if that makes sense. Okay, which is why you got transition coming out, because the Two of Pentacles is about juggling more than one thing. And I do think that the juggle for more than one thing is looking at where you are right now when it comes to either a relationship you're in or work. It's one of the two, and I honestly think it's more to do with work, finances, how you're paying your bills, what you're doing creatively, and how you are, you know, if you are doing things creatively and then monetizing that, you know, is it bringing you all the joy that you want? Because whatever this seed is that's being planted, it's not just being planted in you. I feel like it is being planted around you. It's almost like the universe has gone, right, this is it. This idea is coming. This gravy train is on its way. You have a ticket. All you need to do is step on board. So we're going to make sure that not only are you getting the idea for what it is that's going to give you that gravy train, but when the gravy train comes past, you're going to put your hand out and you're going to grab it. That only happens if it's almost like things are being orchestrated around you externally as well as internally. And look, we've got the Five of Wands coming out. There's an energy around you. This is going to cause chaos, or you're going to cause chaos, or whatever your idea is going to cause a frenzy, because it's something that everyone needs, but no one thought of. Everyone needs it, but no one thought of it. Seriously. And look at that. You've got the Nine of Cups coming out. Oh, you're going to be sitting pretty. You're going to be sitting pretty. And do you know what? For however long sunflowers have been almost like our sign of confirmation, right? Especially if you are an OG subscriber. So if you are seeing sunflowers, if you are new to this channel and you're, you know, and you're only just hearing this, like, oh, what, that's a sign. Look out, you're going to start seeing a lot of sunflowers, a lot of yellow flowers as well. Bees are going to be important. But I'm going to put down this 5 of Wands here. The 5 of Wands, that's really interesting because the 5 of Wands is going over the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So there is definitely someone here who is stressed out by whatever it is that you're creating, because I heard they didn't create it first. And I think it's this family member. This family member is coming up again. Interesting. Now the 9 of Cups I'm putting down over the Death card and the Emperor. So it does seem like there is going to be some chaos coming. When you think of dragons, right? Dragons are not like these peaceful, you know, sort of little squishy things. They're reptiles, they're dinosaurs, you know. They're massive and majestic and scary. And it's the same as you look at a tiger when you go to the zoo and go, oh my gosh, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, but you wouldn't put your hand in to pet it, would you? Same with a dragon. The energy that I'm getting here is like this dragon is helping you. And this dragon, you may actually have a dragon guide. Someone here may actually have a dragon guide. And I heard the energy of a dragon. So somebody's got like the energy of a dragon around them. It's almost like when you see someone walking along and like their shadow, rather than their shadow being the same as theirs, it's big dragon wings that are like flopping onto the floor as they walk along. Someone may have an actual dragon energy. Either ways, because I'm like faffing now. I keep hearing like you need to break some eggs to make an omelette. So some things here are going to get a little bit messy maybe, or a little bit chaotic. But it's part and parcel of the experience, and it's part and parcel of the transition that you're going through to get to the other side. Okay, and you've got the Page of Pentacles coming out. You've also got the 7 of Pentacles here. So this also is letting me know there's something here about think smart and think quick. Okay, because the Page of Pentacles, why is my throat so dry today? The Page of Pentacles, as we've had before coming out, is about investments. It's taking that seed, it's planting that seed. What are you going to plant? Hope, despair? Are you going to plant something that is going to be really fruitful? And I feel like, I heard the word reparations, like you're owed something here. Something in the past. And this is like, I'm looking back at like past hurdles, especially if we go right back to the start of this reading, talking about the first code, the first pill, the butterfly, which is talking about transformation and soul awakening. I'm looking specifically at the 10 of Wands to the 10 of Pentacles. There is something here. Born of misery is what I heard. But bringer of light. Born of misery, but bringer of light. You're going to create something that is going to help so many flipping people. I honestly feel like someone here is owed emotional damage for something as well. And it may be from a family. It may be from your family. It may be from a specific family. So it could be like your ex-husband's family. Or it could be your grandparents left you a load in the will and you never got a penny. There's something going on here. You've got the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're about to be given something here. You're going to be gifted something here. Now, with the, I didn't actually write down if the dragon, I didn't get what's the word? I didn't get what's the word, mantra, affirmation for the dragon pill. But I did write some more down, which was that the butterfly is about awakening and change. Ladybird was about being protected and blessed. And the dragon was about rising to your power and wisdom. Now the 4th pill, I didn't get anything from it. Like in the dream state, I wasn't told anything. So like I said at the start, I feel like this is the part that hasn't been paved yet. It's the future part of you that hasn't shown itself for a reason, but there's divine timing. Divine timing. You've got the 3 of Cups coming out. It's happy though. It's very, very happy. There's no like, nothing coming through that's ominous or anything like that. No, look, you've got the Empress coming out, the 3 of Cups of the Empress, and then the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, come on, baby, that's amazing. Let me put these down over here. You've got the 10 of Pentacles here. There is a need to rest though. There's a real need to rest. I feel like it's the same as for those of you who like practice Reiki or Reiki on yourself, Reiki on others. And I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but after a Reiki session, especially if you're doing it on yourself or if someone else is having it, to rest for 3 times as much as however long that session was. I feel like there's a need here to really rest, like wrap yourself up in like a little cocoon and rest as much as you can, because as much as I'm doing a tarot reading, just talking about, oh, these codes came through and blah, 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 you can read it, you can listen to it, I mean, and be like, yeah, I really resonate with that. But if this is something that you're claiming, then those energy activations have already kicked in. And the same as, let's say, having Reiki for an hour, you need to go and drink lots of water. Someone here needs to they need to do a detox. Someone needs to detox like their the lymphatic or their spleen or their liver or their kidneys, or just drink loads and loads and loads of water. Someone here needs to really hydrate. And I'm seeing someone doing speed walking. There's a need to do small amounts of exercise, but do not burn yourself out, especially as you are going through a major transformation. Now, when it came to, and I want to just say it quickly because I'm sure that I have been talking for years and years and years now. When it came to the family member that thought that it was really funny, they were like, so I've won the game. Really, they haven't. But I feel like part of it was being able to stand up. There's something here about standing up to the bully or standing up for what you believe in. And if you no longer speak to this person's no longer on the earth, or whatever it may be, in dream state, somebody stood up. And they weren't angry, they weren't bristling or anything like that. They were just like, no, I'm not playing this game. Rip that up. You're not having that either. It was like, period, with a T at the end. And bravo to you for doing that. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Wands coming out. We don't mess with the Queen of Wands. We do not mess with the Queen of Wands. And I should have shown you that there was a magician underneath, because this is more or less stating whoever it is that felt like they were going to try and bind to you or place obstacles on your path, who have been placing obstacles on your path. They've been playing some sort of game here, this Queen of Cups. They can't do that anymore. Not only can they not do that anymore, they can't energy harvest, because I feel like somebody was harvesting, I heard your good soul, or they were harvesting like your good energy. So if you've been feeling really lethargic at the moment, it may be because you're now in rest period, because somebody is actually free from the clutches of someone who is harvesting your energy. Even if it's just like trying to get into your mental body and have you think about them, that if you've been dreaming and seeing people that are estranged that you no longer speak to, it's almost like the death rattle of a snake that is dying. It's done, but it's going to keep shaking because it wants to scare you. That's what I'm getting here with the Magician in reverse. It's an energy of surrender, of let go. Because I know the Magician isn't about that. I know the Magician is about either material wealth, it can be about alchemy, but it being in reverse is almost like the well is dry for whoever this person is that's been trying to take from you. And the person who's been trying to take from you is a Queen of Cups in reverse. Their cup is always empty. Their cup is always empty. The Queen of Cups is supposed to be a nurturer. This is a water sign. This is somebody who is supposed to have good moisture in their skin. You know, somebody who actually drinks a lot of water themselves, who regulates their emotions, looks after their emotional body. This being in reverse, their cup is always dry. Their cup has a hole in it. They always wanted to fill up from somebody else's well. And you've been able to cut them off. And you did so perfectly. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't big emotions, nothing. It was just, no, you don't have permission. I do not give you permission to do this, this, and this. And my words are flipping sovereign. My words are powerful. And I just heard like a lion and like a dragon roar. So your words are strong. I'm going to say strong babes. They're really strong. You've got the Devil in reverse. You've got the Devil in reverse. You have healed and removed some sort of cords from a specific person. And I heard lineage. So you may have actually broken some sort of generational trauma, some sort of generational cycle, some sort of generational curse. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. We were talking about money and money relationships, and then you have the King of Pentacles coming out in reverse. You've healed this. You've healed some sort of lack mentality or poverty mindset. The fear of not having enough. The fear of being, it's not even just the fear of being left out. It's the King of Pentacles is to do with growth in business, growth in abundance, growth in anything high vibing, because abundance can be anything. It doesn't have to be just money. It can be abundance of friends, abundance of shoes, abundance of gerbils, whatever you want, right? And you've got the King of Wands coming out to the Queen of Swords. There, I feel like the universe knows that the reason why you were gifted these 4 different pills, even if one of them you don't know about yet, and you don't need to know about yet, you've been gifted these now. You've been initiated now because you put the hard work in, and you deserve it. You really, really deserve it. The King of Wands coming out is all about action. You not only stated, I'm going to do this, you went and done it. You didn't just go, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, watch me do this, watch me do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and heal myself. I'm going to go and I'm going to move away from that person. And then you moved away from that person. Or I'm going to start my own business. And then you started your own business. Or I'm going to cut down my hours so that I can go and do this at you know, night college or whatever. And you went and did it. Okay. The Queen of Swords being here as well. You literally do what you say you're going to do. This Queen of Swords, the way that she's been able to shush that monster, and she's not even using anything harsh to like close the beast's mouth. It's literally a soft blanket or a soft piece of clothing. Especially with the Devil being here, someone learned to be very soft when it came to how they healed themselves and how they allowed themselves a margin or measure of error. Because I don't know if someone here has like a lot of Virgo placements, or if they were just brought up in with really strict expectations, and it takes a while for us to shake that off of ourselves when we become our complete own self as an adult, you know, to then go, well, that's not how I want to be. If I don't finish everything on the plate, that's fine. If I don't finish all of my coursework on time, it is okay. I'd rather get it done, but it's okay. Someone here uses the word it's okay, and I state that on this channel. It's okay not to be okay as long as you're not doing it by yourself, right? So that may be it as well. Someone here decided to go to therapy. Someone did not want to let all of those overly critical voices, you know, telling them that they weren't good enough, or that they weren't smart enough, or they weren't attractive enough, or they just weren't enough. They weren't going to let them win. And instead they were like, okay, maybe I need some help. Maybe I need to be able to heal in a certain way. For some people, it's not even going to therapy. Somebody went to church and they found Jesus. They found God, and it actually really, really helped them heal. For others, it could have been turning to other faiths. To some, it could have been just journaling. But there's definitely been a lot of hard graft when it comes to healing yourself and just doing what you said you were going to do here. Doing what you said you were going to do, even in times when times weren't certain. Even in times when times weren't certain. So tell me about this 4th pill. Is there anything else we need to know? 8 of Wands. Okay. So something is definitely coming towards you quite quickly that ultimately will end in celebration and will end in a massive harvest for you, especially as we have the Empress and we have the 3 of Cups. It may come forward as something that may either feel humbling, not so much stressful, because we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 8 of Wands. This could be somebody wanting money from you. And I look straight over to this Queen of Cups. I don't know why this Queen of Cups is coming up as someone who may want money from you. I'm also looking at the Devil and the King of Wands in reverse. You've healed. This is someone that you've healed and moved away from. You have the Emperor coming out to the 7 of Swords. This can also be somebody who is very, very jealous of where you are in life when it comes to your work ethic, when it comes to a small business that you may have, or may co-own with somebody. That's very specific as well. You have the Tower in reverse. Okay. This may be also to do with a struggling business. And it doesn't have to be just a struggling business, as we did have the 2 of Pentacles coming out here. There may be this transition that you're going through, or you're about to go through, going from one industry of work to another. And within that portion of time in between, it may get a little bit chaotic. This is why you're being initiated. This is why you've been given those 4 pills, those 4 codes. and you willingly took them, because you're being leveled up. You're being leveled up. Your career's about to level up, and you need that inner strength, that inner wisdom and power, and that soul awakening to go through that transformation. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, you've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out. That's beautiful. Okay, before I go, I would like to get over here. Okay, anything else that I need to know about? We have here, Scorpios can be passionate, intense and secretive. They can also be extremely private and guarded with their emotions. So this is the Queen of Cups we were talking about here. Sagittarians are commonly playful, independent, optimistic and energetic. They may also have a tendency to say what they think without filter. So you may have somebody here that is coming towards you, especially the moon coming out. This is a family member. This is a family member wanting to come forward and either ask you for money or state that you owe them something. This is the same person that put obstacles in for you before, and I heard with grace. With grace, you are going to be able to get through these with ease and grace. The placement of the moon in your birth chart will reveal a lot about your habits, reactions, instincts, and how you express your emotions. And we also have Jupiter coming out, which is amazing. Jupiter is known as the planet of luck and abundance. Where it is placed in your birth chart will uncover how you experience fortune, wealth, and success. So this person may step forward as you gain some sort of success here and go, hey, what about me? What about me? No, you owe me, you need to give me this, this, and this. Okay, we have looking at where the planet Mercury in your chart. Looking at where the planet Mercury is in your chart will help you understand your communication style and how you process and absorb information. So that may be some information that's coming forward here. You may actually learn something about the past when it comes to your family. I heard an heirloom of some sort. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you and you'd like to see more when I post, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when it actually goes up. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, I got the hearts, kisses. I love you guys. Know that my readings are open. They will be open for, I think, like till the 14th. So maybe another 6 days. If you are interested in getting a reading, please have a look for my email in the description box because that's how you get in contact with me. If you would like to know how much my readings are, just have a look underneath the email and it will say service and costs, and it has 2 little green hearts next to it, and that will give you a spread with all the different services and things that I offer and how much that costs. Once you have become familiar with that, then get in contact with me and we can work out something custom that will work for you. Okay, I love you guys. See you later. Bye.